Hello and welcome to Let's Play Pokemon Blue Episode 8. I am Jamie. Yes, that's my name. That is indeed my name. When I come to do these Let's Plays, I come prepared to remember my own name and everything. Last episode we dipped our big toes into McMoon and now we're going to continue going through McMoon. Last episode we captured everything except the rare and fabled Clefairy, and we dealt with our first Team Rocket bloke, so now it's time to progress forward. You met the Super Nerd there, and he is bringing out Magnemite, one of my all-time favourite Pokemon, mainly because as a wee child I had a Magnemite toy, and it was a really awesome toy. It was good, proper, solid and Magnemite-y, and I just ran around pretending I had a Magnemite of my very own. It was made of good quality plastic and everything. In future generations, they would be electric and steel, but this is Generation 1, the crazy generation, and they are only electric, meaning Paul can horn them and tackle them as much as he pleases. And of course, this is the Voltorb, another fine Pokémon. Again, when people are playing these games as children many years ago, were they to have an electric type on their team, it would probably be Pikachu, because as wee children, we didn't have imaginations, and we all just thought, Ash has a Pikachu, let's have a Pikachu, maybe evolve it into a Raichu. But Voltorb would have indeed been a fine choice for electrics. I think he's something like the third fastest Pokemon in the game, and that's including all of them these days. He may have even been the fastest here. Well, Electrode obviously being faster than Voltorb. And speed, I like speed. Not the drug, just the stat in this game. Because if your Pokemon is speedier, they get to go first, and going first is always good. And indeed, in Generation 1, if your Pokemon was fast... Oh, sound glitches. Stupid me. There we go. What was I saying? If your it's still going on. Ah! What's wrong with me? Okay, I'm safe now. Anyway, yes, if your Pokemon was fast, their chance to critically hit was also increased, making speed even more overpowered. And indeed, that very thing is the reason why, back in the day, Persian was a very strong Pokemon. These days, he's still good if you let him be, but he gets ignored in favour of all the giant dragons we have these days. But back in the day, the good old Gen 1 day, Persian had a move called Slash, which has an increased critically hit ratio. And because Persian is also quite fast, his chance to critically hit was high to begin with. So Slash combined with that meant that a Slash from Persian always critically hit. And his attack is rather good to begin with, and he is normal type, so it got special type attack bonus. Same type attack bonus, stab. He got stab. So Slash is 70 plus another 70 for the fact that it was always critically hit, and critical hits are twice as strong. So that's a 140 plus 70 stab, meant that he was just knocking around a 210 power equivalent move every turn, which was loads, as you can imagine, and because he's fast he tended to always go first, unless he was facing faster Pokemon, of which there were very few. And what else was I going to say? I don't know, I'm losing my train of thought. Anyway, we have met our first Oddish, a Pokemon I rather liked. I liked Gloom. Not so fond of Vileplume, but I liked Gloom. And Bellsprout, who I've never been particularly fond of. Do you remember that very random episode of Pokemon, the anime, when we were young, and we watched that? There was an episode where Ash was in the Elite Four, and there was this trainer who had a Bellsprout that just seemed to be able to beat everything ever, and he eventually had to use a muck to defeat it. That was just silly, because Bellsprouts are pathetic. Look what I found, look what I found, look what I have found, it's a Clefairy. and I was very excited upon finding this Clefairy because they have something like a 1% chance to be found in Moon, and I wasn't looking forward to rushing around trying to capture them. I've had enough of that with Weedle. Bloody Weedle. And so, Jonesy, being a good rat, has not critically killed it to death. So it is time to capture the Clefairy, and we have captured the Clefairy. It was much easier to capture than its jiggly cousin. And so, new Pokédex data will be added for Clefairy. Clefairy, fairy. Its magical and cute appeal has many admirers. It is rare and only found in certain areas, like many Pokémon. So we do want to give a nickname to Clefairy. But what shall we name the Clefairy? So many possibilities. So many delightful possibilities. But after the weekend I've had, it can only be one name. There is no other choice. Say hello to Squidgy the Clefairy, who has been transferred to someone's PC. Now immediately save it, just in case something horrible happens and I don't get my Squidgy. I want my Squidgy. Now I am being super on the ball with editing out the boring bits, because I'm so clever. There we go. Look at that. And what is it? 'Tis another rocket. Time to save, just in case he destroys us all with his rockety powers. We're pulling a big job here. Get lost, kid. And so, we face the rocket. The scary, scary man with a mangled hand and a whip. And the Zubats. So many Zubats. Zubats, Rattatas, Grimers. Whatever else they used to have. Fools, they had so... and oh, Coughings, obviously. They had so many poison types. You could destroy their entire organization with a Kadabra. And so we're sending Jonesy in. We've already sent Jonesy in. He's been in there for quite a while. He is quick attacking that Zubat. Quick attacking it with great justice. And Jonesy prevails because he is Jonesy. And now in a Carnes. I remember the horrors of rap from the Shorts boy, and I can only hope it isn't repeated. No rap as of yet. But it looks like this is the end of Jonesy. Jonesy has fainted. And so Melvin, can you evade that rap? The rap of doom? Melvin! I've been very lucky with poison this Let's Play. I haven't been poisoned at all yet. I seem to recall as a child you were poisoned after every single poison sting ever. So, you are good! But yeah, anyway. Haven't been poisoned as of yet. That's good. I approve of this. We've got a new TM. Of course, back in the old days you had to boot it up to see what it was, and it was Mega Punch, of which none of my team can learn. But Mega Punch might be worth teaching to someone. It's a good move. You didn't miss much in the edit there, I just went to the Poké Center and came back upstairs. So, you came to explore too? I'm a child from Brooklyn. Yeah. So, Jonesy versus Jonesy in super fast motion. And Jonesy prevails because he is Jonesy. And there is another Jonesy. Oof. But my Jonesy is the best Jonesy. But can Jonesy survive this thing that is not a Jonesy? Of course he can, because he is Jonesy. And Jonesy can defeat everything that's ever existed. And there we go. Losing stinks! Got a fairly level 12-ish team there, except for Missy, who's level 13, because women mature faster than men. So obviously, she's going to shoot through the teen levels, because that's how it works. My first moonstone! And it was this point that I remembered that there's a hidden... It was at this point that I remembered there is a hidden moonstone in this area, and I'm desperately trying to remember where it was. I think it's in a rock somewhere. Anyway. I'm a hiker. Yes, I am a hiker. I look like what I imagine Hagrid from Harry Potter would look like, only without a beard. And this. A battle against rock types when I still have no non-normal moves at all. So this is going to be a hell of a battle. Thankfully we have Leech Seed. Leech Seed is amazing. But this Geodude seems to be stronger than Brock's. I seem to recall my old Bobbins. What do you mean my old Bobbins? This is my Bobbins. It's always been my Bobbins. But anyway, my Bobbins. The last time he Leech Seeded, he just became immortal because Brock's Geodude didn't have enough oomph. But these guys' Geodudes seem to be packing oomph. They're full of oomph. They've got so much oomph. Perhaps too much oomph. So I'm gonna burn through those potions I've been diligently collecting all game because I don't want Bobbins to fall. Bobbins is the only one who can save us with his seedy seeds of seediness. So I'm growling, hoping to get some of that immunity back, but it's just not happening. His Geodudes are too umphful. I've growled all I can, so it's time to tickle. But look at that oomph. It's just too much for Bobbins. Thankfully I have many potions. Many potions will help him survive this oomph. Survive the oomph, Bobbins. Do it. Do it now. Yes. And finally, we grow to level 13, which means we will learn Vine Whip, which will embarrass this poor little Onyx, because he just doesn't have any oomph. And now I have lots of oomph. Oomph! In case you didn't know what oomph sounded like, that was it. So we've defeated Hagrid, or Hagrid, however you want to pronounce it. It's Hagrid in the films, but I always read it as Hagrid. And so, off we go. To the main bit of Mount Moon, the belly of the moon, so many belly boo. Look up here in case that's where the moonstone was. Searching, hammering my A button, but finding no moonstones. I find many rockets though, and I decide I don't want to face that just yet. So you will see me make the rest of the way through Moon next episode. Until then, good night, and live long and prosper.